Everything you just watched started with one story idea. I expected Pippet to make a few separate clips, but it actually turned that idea into 5 connected episodes with recurring characters, locations, and a complete storyline. So now I'm going to show you exactly how I built it. To get started, I'm going to search for Pippit.ai in my browser. You can also use the direct link in the description. Once I sign in, this brings me to the main dashboard. From here, I can access Pippet's video, image, and avatar tools. But for this video, I'm going to focus on Story Studio. So I'm going to open Story Studio. Here, I can either upload an existing script or start from an idea using the AI script writer. For this project, I'm going to let Pippet develop my original concept from scratch. The story I'm using follows Mira, a desert explorer who discovers a mysterious keyhole beneath the sand. When she inserts her father's key, a colossal tower rises from the desert and leads her toward a dangerous family secret. So I'm going to paste the full story idea into the AI script writer. Before I generate anything, Pippet lets me choose the main story settings from the bottom of the script writer. I'm going to select Wilderness Cinema as the visual style, keep the aspect ratio at 16:9 for YouTube, and set this project to 5 episodes. Once everything looks right, I'm going to click Generate. Now Pippet is turning my idea into a structured script summary. It follows the 5-episode setup I selected earlier and builds the core story elements, including the genre, audience, synopsis, hook, and logline. What I really like here is the character analysis. It understands Mira's motivation, her relationship with her father, and the emotional journey she needs to go through. Once the direction looks good, I'm going to click Continue. Now Pippet creates the 5-episode outlines. Each episode has its own conflict, emotional progression, and ending hook, but they still connect back to the same central story. Since I already selected 5 episodes at the start, Pippet now gives me the option to generate one episode individually or generate all 5 together. I'm going to generate all 5 episode scripts in one batch and confirm the request. Now Pippet is analyzing the complete story. This part is important because it's identifying the characters, locations, and story connections it will need during production. Next, Pippet brings me to the production assets stage. Here, it has already identified the characters, like Mira and her father, along with the important locations from the story. A lot of these cards are still blank at first, so this is where I'm going to generate the visual assets before moving into video production. I'm going to open the canvas, and now Pippet lays out all the related character and scene cards in one workspace. I'll start with Mira's card. I can review the prompt Pippet created for her, keep the Wilderness Cinema style, use Nano Banana Pro, and keep the project at 16:9. Then I'm going to click Generate to create her full-body roll image. From there, I'm going to go through the other cards that Pippet created for the project and generate those visuals too. So instead of leaving the characters and locations as empty placeholders, I'm building the actual visual references that will guide the video clips later. Once the cards are generated, I can quickly review how the characters and locations look together. This helps lock in the overall visual direction before I start generating the actual episode clips. I'm not creating extra references here, I'm simply generating the asset cards that Story Studio already prepared from the script. After the main asset cards are generated and reviewed, I'm going to return to the production workflow and click Continue. Now I'm ready to move from visual assets into episode production. Each episode now has its own title, characters, and scenes. I'm going to open episode 1 and generate its shooting script. This turns the general episode outline into detailed production clips. Inside the episode editor, the assets are on the left, the shooting instructions are in the center, the preview is on the right, and the clips are arranged below. Each clip already includes camera framing, duration, action, lighting, and character behavior. But I can still edit anything that doesn't match the result I want. For video generation, I'm using Seedance 2.0 Mini. Before I generate the clip, I'm going to review the model, resolution, visual style, and 16:9 aspect ratio so everything matches the rest of the project. Once the settings look right, I'm going to generate my first clip. Once I'm happy with that first result, I'm going to select the remaining clips and use Batch Generate. And if one result feels weak, I can edit and regenerate only that clip instead of rebuilding the entire episode. And after generating the clips, here's a quick look at how the 5-episode story came together from that one original idea.
Who are you?
Mira, my girl. I knew you'd come.
Mira, please. We don't have much time. This place is breaking me.
The duty is now yours.
What I like about this workflow is that Pippit keeps the whole process connected, from the script and characters to the production assets, shooting plans, and final clips. So instead of making random one-off videos, I can build a real story workflow as one creator. Try Pippit Story Studio with Seedance 2.0 Mini through the link below, and lock in the limited time $0.02 per second launch offer.